Hello everyone, my name is Vadim. Today we are going to observe some roundabouts again. We already had an old video about the roundabouts, but now we decided to remake it. So here we are going to make a first exit on this roundabout. Here you have to be extra careful because we have a pedestrian crossing. After you pass the pedestrian crossing, you can see the roundabout sign and giveaway sign. So definitely you have to look left first and check the cars. If there is no cars, you can easily make a first exit. After you exit the roundabout, you also should check the pedestrian crossing. It's kind of tricky here as well. At the corner on the right side, you might not notice some pedestrians coming, or on the left side the same thing. So you have to be extra careful. You have to give away all type of pedestrians in that case. So now we are going to make a first exit from the Mustamäe side, Mustamäe Street we can say. First of all, you might notice the sign on the right and the left sides. If you check carefully, you will see that the right lane goes only to the first exit. The left lane basically allows us to enter the roundabout. So in that case, we can make second exit as well and third exit, but only from the left lane. But now we have a command, we have to make a first exit. Let's check the sign here again. Also, we have special regulation sign with arrows, roundabout sign and giveaway sign. So means we enter the roundabout, we have to give away, and if we need a first exit, we still take the right lane. And we just easily pass it and make this first exit. Nothing difficult, you still have to show right indicator. It seems that it's straight, but you exit the roundabout. It means you have to show the indicator anyway. Now we're going to make a second exit from the Mustamäe Street again. But now it's second exit. So let's check the signs carefully. Now if you need the second exit, you have to enter the left lane, as we talked before. That's why we have to show indicator, check the left mirror, and then we can change the lane. So we first take the left lane, and then we can enter the roundabout. Left lane basically allows you to enter the roundabout and continue moving on the roundabout. So you can make second or third exit after that. Now we show right indicator, check the pedestrian definitely. If it's free, we can continue exiting. Now we are going to make a second exit from Mustamäe Street. The same logic here, we check the cars, we give away to the cars, easily enter the roundabout. We don't have any additional signs and lanes, so that's why we just keep the same lane, show indicator, and just make this exit. Now we try the same street, Mustamäe Street, but from the other side, and we also do the second exit here. So now please check carefully the sign on the right side. You can see that if you still keeping the right lane, you will not enter the roundabout even. You just pass it through without even entering this roundabout. In that case, we check the mirror, change the lane, show indicators of course. If it's free, we enter. Now we check the roundabout as well, we can see some cars. No cars, we just enter, and now we go through the roundabout. Also, we are trying to keep maximum right position at the roundabout in case of not touching the inner stone border. That's why we have to keep maximum right position. When we are close to the exit, we show right indicator again and make this exit. Now again, we're going to make a third exit on this roundabout from Mustamäe Street. The same logic here, we have to change the lane first. So we take the left lane and easily enter the roundabout. Of course, we have to check the left side before we enter it. We have a giveaway sign. We are also trying to avoid the inner stone border, as we talked before. That's why you can see that I'm taking the maximum right position when I'm moving. And we show right indicator and easily exit the roundabout. Check pedestrians, we can slow down or even stop before the pedestrian crossing and just wait. If we see that pedestrian is not moving for a while, then we can continue. Now we are going to observe the Tallinn roundabout. So first of all, we will try to make the first exit here. As you see, first of all, we also have to check the pedestrian crossing. We see no pedestrians here, so we look left here, we have to give away, no cars coming. Of course, right indicator should be on, and then we can exit. The same logic works here. First of all, we check pedestrian crossing. If we don't have any pedestrians, we can get closer to the roundabout, check that roundabout is pretty much free, no cars are coming. I generally advise you to check the cars on the roundabout in this way. So basically, if you don't have any cars on the roundabout, you can enter it. If you see any cars coming, so better to wait and give away in that case. And if you don't see any pedestrians, you can freely exit this roundabout. So now we're going to make the second exit on this Akadeemia tee roundabout. The same here, we have to give way to the coming cars on the roundabout and the same pedestrians. So we check them. If there is no cars and pedestrians, we can enter the roundabout. So now let's check the sign. You can see that we have 2 lanes here generally, and the same logic on the sign. We have 2 lanes on the sign. So right lane allows us to exit immediately, the left lane allows us to exit as well, and also left lane allows us to continue moving on the roundabout. So in that case, if you are taking the right lane, it's mandatory for you to exit from the right lane. And the same story, so if you want to exit, you have to show the right indicator. If you just enter, you don't have to show any indicators, only if you exit. Or if you want to change the lane on the roundabout, you also can show indicator. Now we'll try to make the second exit again, but from another side. Also, we have to check slowly the cars coming on the left side, pedestrians. So if it's free, we can enter. Let's check the special regulation sign again. The same story here basically. You see that the right lane can allow you to exit only. So if you want to continue moving on the roundabout, you cannot use the right lane for that reason. So you have to use the left lane. And left lane allows us to move through the roundabout, and we also can make an exit from the left lane. Basically, as you see, if you use the right lane to enter, usually the same lane will make an exit. In that case, if you know in advance that you have first or second exit, you can use the right lane before you enter, and most probably you will make an exit easily in that case. Now we will make third exit on this Akadeemia tee roundabout near Tallinn. Again, we check pedestrians first, then we check the cars. We have to give way if we enter the roundabout. Also here, it's very important not to block the pedestrian crossing. As soon as the car in front will leave the place, so we can replace it basically. So we can stop there and then check the cars on the left side. So I stopped here, I give way to the cars, and then I enter. So now we can count the exits. So first one is on the right side. Second one is in front, and third exit means the next one. So before the exit, we have to check the special regulation sign again. As you see, for every exit, there is a different special regulation sign. So if you want to make first exit, for example, it will be another special regulation sign. Second exit, another one. For the third, also another one. So you always have to consider it. After you cross the special regulation sign, you can show the indicator to the right and make an exit. Now we're going to make again the third exit from another side. As you see already, I know that I want to make a third exit. I already took the left lane in advance, like in the previous step. So we took the left lane and trying to approach to the roundabout. So we passed the first exit. Now we almost passed the second exit. And here you can see the sign for the third exit. You can see that if you stay in the left lane, you can move only through the roundabout. Basically, if we need to make an exit, we have to take the right lane. Because according to the special regulation sign, right lane allows us to make an exit and also allows us to go through the roundabout. That's why we have to change it exactly at the corner of the safety island. So basically, exactly after the second exit. I will show you now. So you are trying to aim to this corner of the safety island. The main point that you have to change the lane before the sign, before the special regulation sign. If you already changed it, then just show right indicator and make an exit. Let's make the third exit from another side. You also actually can see that some cars are blocking the pedestrian crossing right now, so it's also not very correct. Try to remember that as well. So as usually, for the third exit we enter with the left lane. we pass through first and second exit, and we check the sign for the third exit. Here it is. We can see the sign for the third exit. We can see that basically left lane and right lane, they both allows us to make an exit, and left lane also allows us to go through the roundabout. So basically it means we can use the left lane for the exit. Very easy. Pedestrian is running over the road, so you also have to be aware of that. Try to be very slow, smooth, and don't accelerate if you want to exit. Now we are going to observe an exception on this roundabout. Basically, this exception means that we can make all the exits using only the right lane. For now, we are going to make the fourth exit. Let's see how it works here. So I stay in the right lane. Let's check all the special regulation signs one by one, and you will see why it's possible. So, we passed the first exit almost. You can see on the sign that left lane can go through the roundabout and right lane can go through the roundabout. We pass the second exit. Now you can see the sign for the third exit. The same story here. Basically, we can make an exit from the right lane, and also we can go through the roundabout to continue moving on the roundabout using only the right lane. Now we also pass through the third exit, and let's check the special regulation sign for the fourth exit. In that case already, from the right lane, we can make only exit. So we cannot go through the roundabout. So we're obliged to exit in that case. We just show right indicator and make an exit finally. And now let's make the fourth exit from another side. So we have to follow the same rules. We enter the roundabout, we have to give way. We pass through the first exit, then we'll pass the second one. The third one. And now again, we have to check the special regulation signs. As we already talked before about the sign, you can see that we can make an exit here only from the right lane. That's why we also have to change it exactly at the corner of the safety island. Exactly at this place, you have to change the lane. And now we just show the right indicator and make an exit. So now we are going to observe the Mustamäe roundabout in Eastman. So this roundabout has only 3 exits generally. Let's check what the tricks we have here. Now we are going to make the first exit. As you see, before you even enter the roundabout, you actually generally have 3 lanes, not only 2 lanes. Let's check the special regulation sign here. You can see that we are in the middle lane right now. So middle lane can go straight, means we can make an exit. Right lane also go only straight. It also means we can make an exit from the right lane. And the maximum left lane can go through the roundabout only. So we can use this maximum left lane only for moving through the roundabout. So generally you can see that according to the signs we're moving straight, but still as we enter the roundabout we have to show the right indicator if we exit from the roundabout. Now we'll try to make one more first exit. So on this special regulation sign you can see that if you enter with the left lane you can go through the roundabout. If you enter with the right lane you can make an exit immediately and also can continue moving on the roundabout. As we need a first exit, basically we are obliged to take the right lane here. But if you remember this life hack rule, if you know in advance that you need first or second exit, you automatically take the right lane. So that's why in this situation we don't have basically any problems. If in advance we already took the right lane, even according to the sign, we basically can make the first exit. Now we're going to make the second exit. Also, if I know it in advance, by default I have to change the lane to take the right lane and can easily enter the roundabout. Before we make the second exit, we can see also the special regulation signs. And according to the rule and according to the special regulation sign, we can make an exit from the right lane and also from the left lane. But if you want to continue moving through the roundabout, you still have to be in the left lane. And we can show the right indicator and make an exit. Now we're going to make second exit again, but from another side. We can see the same special regulation sign. So if you still stay in the middle lane, you can make an exit and continue moving through the roundabout. So that's why this middle lane is also very suitable for us. We can stay here and we don't have to change anything. We show right indicator and we have to make an exit. Here, very common mistake that some students enter the left lane accidentally. But remember, you are still located in the right lane. So if you exit, you also have to stay in the right lane. Now we're going to make the second exit here as well. But we're going to make from the Harku Lake side. As you see, I'm standing here in the left lane. This one is also kind of exceptional roundabout. So on this special regulation sign, you can see that if I want to go through the roundabout, I have to be in the left lane. If I take the right lane, I can make only the first exit. So now we're approaching the second exit. So basically, I'm again in the middle now, in the middle lane. As you remember, from the middle lane I can make an exit. From the maximum right lane I also can make an exit. And from the left lane I can go through the roundabout only. But we don't have to change anything in that case. We still can stay in the middle lane and just make an exit. Now we're going to make the third exit. As you see, I already took the left lane because I know in advance that I have to make the third exit. So I also check the left side, no cars, then I can easily enter. Here on the sign you can see that if you want to continue through the roundabout, we still have to be in the left lane. That's why I'm still keeping the left lane. At this point, actually, we can choose left or right. We are entering now two lanes basically, so we can choose between these two lanes, one of them. But of course, the next one will be the final one, I mean the exit. So that's why it's more easier for us to take the right lane in advance. That's why I choose the right lane here, so I can make an exit from this lane. Now we are going to make the third exit here. It will be U-turn. So also I take the left lane in advance. Approaching the roundabout, I have to check the left side again. Now it's more or less free, I can enter. And according to the same logic, I always move in the left lane. On the final sign, on the special regulation sign, before my exit, I can see that left lane goes out and right lane also goes out. So in that case, I can use both lanes for the exit. But if I am already in the left lane, it's easier for me to stay here and make an exit from this lane. I show right indicator and I make an exit. Now we are going to observe one more roundabout in Eastman. We call it Nuke roundabout. Basically, now I'm going to show you here only exceptional exits. So now we're going to make the second exit here. As you see on the first special regulation sign, before you enter even the roundabout, if you take the right lane, you have to make a first exit. You're obliged after you pass the sign, right? So that's why we have to be in the left lane if we need the second exit. In that case, I take the left lane in advance. So usually we take the right lane if we need first or second exit, but in that case, we have to enter with the left lane because of the sign. We have to give way, of course, so we check the cars. When we enter, we can see that before the second exit there is no any other signs. In that case, it means that we have to change the lane. We have to be in the maximum right position before we make an exit. You always have to choose the maximum right lane or position if you're on the roundabout, if there is no any other special regulation signs. So basically we entered with the left lane, and exactly after the first exit we have to change it to the same place, to the safety island. As you remember, we talked about that in the previous roundabout. So I show right indicator, I check the right mirror, I change the lane, and only now I can make an exit. And right indicator still has to be on. Now we're going to make the third exit. Let's see how it works here. Here everything has to be by default. Basically, if we know in advance that you have to make the third exit, you still have to stay in the left lane. So as usually, we enter the roundabout. And before we make a third exit, we can see the special regulation sign. We can see if we want to make an exit, we have to be in the right lane. So left lane goes only through the roundabout, right lane also goes through the roundabout, and we also can make an exit from the right lane. So that's why we have to change it. And as usually, to the same corner of the safety island, we have to change it. I show right indicator, I check the right mirror. If it's free, I change it. I always have to try to change it before the sign. And after that, I show right indicator and continue my exiting. Now we're going to make the third exit from the Caracas side. So as you see already, I took the left lane in advance before that, because I know that I'm going to make the third exit. And it's really hard to change it after the traffic light. That's why you have to be in this left lane even before the traffic light. So the same story here. Here it's also a very difficult point actually. On the left side you can see some bushes and they really cover the visibility on that place. So that's why sometimes I really recommend in that cases even stop maybe before you enter the roundabout and check very carefully. We still continue in the left lane. As you understand already on most of the roundabouts, if you are moving in the left lane, you always can infinitely move through the roundabout. But from the right lane, you usually have to make an exit. So now we're approaching the third exit. The same logic here. We don't have any special regulation sign before the exit. That's why we have to, it's mandatory to take the maximum right lane. So we have to change it in the same place at the safety island in the corner. Then we show the right indicator and make an exit. Now we're going to make the third exit again from another side. Also, we take the left lane in advance. We enter the roundabout easily if it's no cars. So we continue moving in the left lane. We pass the first exit, we pass the second exit. And before we make the third exit, we can check the special regulation sign. We can see that left lane allows us to make an exit or continue through the roundabout. And right lane allows us only to make an exit. So means we can still stay in the left lane, we just make an exit. We show right indicator and exit. Now we're going to make the third exit again from another side. You see I changed the lane to the left. I know that I have a third exit in advance. So I passed the first exit, I passed the second one. And now we can see the special regulation sign for the third exit. So the same story here. From the left lane, we can go through the roundabout and we can make an exit. From the right lane, we can make only exit. So it means we can still stay in the left lane. Then we show the right indicator and make an exit. So basically we have checked the main roundabouts in Eastman and Mustamäe regions. Please subscribe on the channel, leave your comments. It basically really supports us. So thank you for your attention. Hope see you soon. Bye bye.